Welcome back. Let's play some 10-minute games here on Shogi Wars. Good luck. Without attack, there is no chance of winning. Well, might as well attack then, right? Unless we want to just play a game and have no chance of winning. Some people do that. But yeah, as for me, I like to win. It's not everything. I think we saw one of my last two sessions. I was exhausted. And I did not win. Or at least I lost a game in pretty spectacular fashion. Um, hmm. Alright, we're just gonna castle and not worry about tricky stuff just yet. And if the opponent wants to push the edge pawn, they'll do that. If they don't, they won't. The king's right here, so this is where my target is. Huh. Well, that's exciting. But I don't need to directly engage it. Alright, so I offer a bishop exchange. We'll see what the opponent does here. They offer a sacrifice. Whether they're aware... Oh, I see. I'm going to move this up. This was their plan. Well, it is a plan. The silver's not entirely trapped, but it's getting there. So if I bring my rook to bear on the center, my opponent can also bring their rook to bear on the center. I can bring a gold. They can try to bring a gold. I'm not sure if they can actually bring one or not. But yeah, they have this little dumpling of a castle that's almost Elmo, but not quite. I'm going to try to surround their silver. They, I guess, are going to make these... Oh, they're not retreating. That's exciting. And if I don't want to fall prey to a fork, I have to do gold takes here. But being forked is not the end of the world. Let's just keep going. Silver drop is painful, but no pain, no gain. How far will they chase my bishop? Because this cannot retreat as easily as it could attack. Alright. Oh. I knew that. That hurts. Okay. Without attack, there is no chance of winning. Well, this is an attack. Let's go. I'm down 40 seconds. Okay. Let's keep attacking. I guess they should just take my gold since I offered it so kindly. Even so, defense might become challenging for them in a minute. Well, they have enough pieces to defend with. It's not going to be that hard. Um,
$7
what do I do next? Just keep attacking, right? It doesn't entirely matter if the attack works against the best possible defense, because I only care if it works against the defense that actually happens in the game. Um, we don't know which one that is yet. They could gold drop, which blocks their bishop. They could drop over here. Many tactics are possible. So, I guess I could further qualify today's proverb. Without attacking the king, there is no chance of winning. Without attacking the opponent's pieces, you can't win material. The material, it's pretty big, but it's not the only big thing out there. Like, this is kind of nice, isn't it? Sure, it could be better. Maybe I should have dropped the bishop first. I don't know. Interesting. Alright, they can block this to save a piece. They shouldn't. Unless this was their plan. Um, maybe they did want this. I don't know. The fork is renewed. Gold drop, king up. It's not quite enough, is it? Alright, so I have this pin. Guess I should protect my bishop, maybe? Not sure. Yeah, this looks fine. Let's do it. They can exchange rook for bishop. Then I guess they could drop the bishop to break this pin. Hmm.
5分
Hmm. Man, there's tactics galore here. It's not easy to solve. I think this wins a piece. I'm not entirely sure. Thankfully, my opponent doesn't have like a drop here mate threat at the moment. They can break this now. Oh, the pawn is an interesting way to break that. I did not consider pawn drop. Check. I don't want your rook. I want the king. I might come back and take the rook, but whatever. King's right here. Hopefully I'm not getting too carried away. All right, it's your turn. The threat is gold drop and then silver non-promotion checkmate. Or gold 1-3, silver 2-1. That doesn't stop the threat. Pushing the pawn likewise, I just check here. Thanks, sweetie. One down, two to go. Good luck. Alright, they castled once, I'll castle once, they castle twice, I castle twice. We're gonna see the castle that I don't like. I can't stop it. Oh, this is kind of fun, though. We're gonna do all the things we shouldn't do because we can. Interesting. Yeah, that's one way to build this castle, I guess. Do I just duck the bishop back? No. Of course not. Well, this is strange. They did avoid knight up hitting the bishop by moving the bishop. I'm not sure, like, that actually is useful for them to do this. Yeah. Um, I have 3 reinforcing this point. We're just gonna go. We have no chill. But no, I have 3 pieces attacking this. So if the bishop moves away, I get a pawn. Is it worth a pawn to get into this? I don't know. Probably not. But the king is right there. They've banked everything on getting the bishop out on either the long diagonal or this diagonal. So they need another plan. Do I exchange the rook? Yes. Rook sucks. Let's get rid of it. The bishop's beautiful. Okay. Now what? Silver, this moves. Gold, something. I'll just say piece names until we see something. That's the name of a piece. Okay, how do I continue? Do I take their bishop? Everything's hanging. Maybe I messed up. Hmm.
7分。
If I exchange here, what happens? What am I exchanging even? Do I take this gold? No. Maybe. Uh, I'm so confused. Let's try this. Is the rook going to defend the king? Surely it will, but this is exciting. Um, hmm. Yeah, they have all the pieces.
5分
It's not a good omen. Maybe I needed to drop this and then hit the rook. I don't know. Because they can defend this. Although a gold drop to defend it is so heavy. I could drop here. If they drop... No. Because this will be defended. That makes sense. If I drop here, we exchange. No, it's still defended. Can't shake the last defender. Hmm. Hashtag this is fine. What? Oh, I see. I have to keep my attack alive. It's going to mean strange things for my king, though. Somehow they have Anaguma Castle minus gold. And if they just had an extra tempo to get another gold down, like, they would look a lot more solid. Whether it's actually solid with an extra piece, I don't know. Like, now I'm threatening I could drop the pawn and pawn takes knight. But they have pawns too. Also have a gold drop threat. Yeah, that's more menacing because I could exchange gold here. I was concerned about this. Whether I should be or not, I don't know. Wait. Wait a second. Is my king gonna hold the fort? That's a terrible idea. Um, Alright, my king is going to hold this together. Good luck me. Hmm.
3分
That is smart. Okay, I need to keep my attack alive. Let's go. They've removed the gold general from their king's defense. So, like, this is the time for me to do whatever I need to do here. Fun bit is if this knight moves, I have a fork.
2分30秒
That's pretty smart. I cannot slow this attack, can I? Unlikely. Unlikely.
2分
Silver takes is legal. I don't know whether it's actually useful. No. Huh. No. Well,
1分30秒
what a mess. We're just gonna go. This is not gonna hold at all, but I don't see anything else I can do.
1分
This looks rough. Oh! Okay, yeah, that works.
30秒
Thanks for the game. 2 down, 1 to go. Maybe I should have tried to line up for a fork. Good luck. I don't know. So it is possible, even with the most clever of vague strategies that don't mean anything. Yeah. You can have all the spirit in the world and no technique. That's probably not the way to go. Alright. We're gonna have some fun here. Is this playable? My everything's hanging. I don't know. Let's go. I wasn't using that piece anyway. Well, we gotta fight. We got to attack. Hashtag this is fine. What is this nonsense? Oh no. I'm in not the best shape here. Hmm. But yeah, if I try some other tricky stuff like pawn drop, they just hit my silver and everything's falling. Um. Oh. Everything's still falling, just a bit slower here. Um. Should I move that? No. Maybe? Actually, no. Well, this is getting tricky. Incredibly, we're making room for the rook to attack over here. Um, don't try this at home. But yeah, I'm thinking this knight drop might be an overplay. And if it's not, I'm cooked. But if it is, I'm doing okay. So if they drop here, I can take the piece that drops. Otherwise, I get to remove the knight, and my king escapes here. If I choose for it too, and surely I should do. Yeah, let's run. Am I up material, down material? They have 2 lances. I've got 2 knights. I don't know which is more versatile here. I'm threatening pawn drop and pawn promote, but they can counter that easily enough. That takes time to do. Yeah. I still can't count that. Counting's hard. So I could drop the knight to exchange it for a silver, but well, no, that activates their rook. That would be not smart. Yeah, activated is
7
pretty
分
debatable. You should have seen last game. I activated a lot of pieces. They all went to my opponent's hand. It was great. Alright, I'll take the 5-5 square so you can't take it. How about that? And now my pawn drop threat is a little scarier. I'm not losing my rook here. The heck? If I run away, it doesn't improve the situation, so I'll take the material, but it would be nice to castle at some point. Just saying. This is crazy. Alright, let's activate a knight. I'm feeling lucky. It's knuckle puck time. That is a fork. Just keep taking all the things. It's another fork. My king is so active. Where's the mate? Yeah. They're as excited about this game as I am, but I might see a thing or two more than they do. Maybe. If I'm lucky. Um,
5分、
man, I want to try all the tricky shit and just accidentally make them in the middle of the board. I should look for what's objectively good here. Okay, I found an excuse to play the move I want to play. This hits the rook if my king ends up moving. That's the excuse. It's not just some dumb, stupid trap, although that's mostly what it is. But I have an excuse for playing it. Also, I could take here. And that bears another mate threat. It's not so easy to deal with. And likely they respond with that. But yeah, that's me setting a trap when I'm down 2 minutes. Yes, you can block this, but knights can jump over blocking pieces. This is the position where you stop and think. Well, I think they could have stopped it if instead of like, at some point they could have dropped a piece here instead of trying other ways to block this. But no, this is good enough. Thanks for the game. Alright, well that's 3 games for today. Thanks for watching. Yeah, have a good day.